everyone, it's Sam, and in today's video, I am going to be making a photo wall and a photo album. I don't know what it is about summer, but sometimes it gets me in a little bit of a crafty mood, and today I'm feeling like I really want to decorate my door, the back of my door. My whole room looks good, and then the one spot that's like really blank is the back of my door, and that happens to be what you see in the background of most of my videos, which is like not great for the channel. So I have decided to make a photo wall on the back of my door. Let's get into the video. I haven't made a photo wall since 2020 when I did one on my closet door. I printed them out from Walgreens. I got a 50% off. I also put a kind of pinkish purple glowy filter on all of the pictures just so that they all look a little bit more cohesive when they're put together. Let's talk about the pictures that I selected. I want to like represent some of the, the shows I'm into, the things, the music that I like. Well, I say that as if I don't have album covers everywhere.
What the Sigma?
But still, like, so I picked out 2 magazine covers to be kind of big. I picked out this one from a Melanie Martinez magazine cover from years ago. I have wanted to have this magazine cover like displayed in my room for so long, so I thought it was finally time to do so. I also picked out a Panic at the Disco magazine cover that I found. I have been listening to so much Panic at the Disco recently. They're my #1 artist right now, I think, but recently I've been really getting back into it again, and I'm enjoying it. So the other day I actually watched an hour-long video about Fever You Can't Sweat Out. I'll link the video because it was really interesting. And while I'm on my Panic at the Disco like rant, I just want to say, like, the fact that that album was made when they were so young, like, what? That's some talent. That's some talent right there. Oh my gosh. So what else did I put on the photo wall? I picked out some pictures from Death Note. I picked out a picture from Danganronpa with some of my favorite characters on it. Picked out a JJK one. What else do I have? Oh, I also wanted to represent some of my favorite YouTube channels. My favorite YouTube channels right now are, of course, Slushy Noobs and Sinjin Drowning. If there are any slushies watching this video, or if there are any Sinjinites watching this video, please leave it in the comment down below. I picked out a picture from Ariana Grande's Eternal Sunshine because I love that album, and I don't yet have the physical copy yet of the album itself. Hopefully I'll add it to my collection later on. I picked a picture from the Phantom of the Opera movie. I also picked some pictures from Moomin, of course. They're already represented in my room right here and in a couple of places, but more can't hurt, right? I picked out a picture of Lana Del Rey. I've wanted to have the Five Nights at Freddy's like original poster from the game in my room for like the longest time, so I picked out that one. I also picked out the one from the movie that came out, so I wanted to have that represented in my room. I picked out an Ava Max picture from Diamonds and Dance Floors. I also picked out a screenshot from Miraculous because, of course, Miraculous, I've been a fan of that for years of my life, and I feel like we need at least like one picture in here in my room. Right now all we have is the creepy ladybug doll that just sits in my room, and every once in a while I see her and I wish I didn't. I wish I could unsee her. Anyways, so I'm going to be picking those up from Walgreens, and I'm going to be decorating the back of my door. Like my room, like it looks so beautiful. Oh my gosh, it's so great, so cool, so cool, so cool, so cool, so cool. What is that? No!
What is that? It's the unknown.
No. I'm sorry. But yeah, and then this is like not gonna. Oh, hi.
But what the hell?
And like this whiteboard I use for school, but like it's just not looking great. I'm gonna clean it. Side note, this candle smells so good. It smells like you're in like a bakery coffee shop situation, but I haven't lit it yet and I need to. Okay, now I'm just looking at everything cool in my room and I'm like, wait, I should make a new room tour. An in-depth room tour. Would you like to see that? Please let me know. The other thing I'm doing, I don't know if it counts as a craft or not, but I am going to be making a photo album. I started doing photo albums a couple years back. The reason I started doing it was because I feel like I want to have physical copies of this stuff that you can like flip back on. Because like when I look back at pictures of my parents, it's all physical copies. Like I feel like the digital stuff can kind of get lost in like computers over the years. I don't know. I kind of think one day when I have kids, like I can like give them the book and be like, oh look, this is what I was like when I was 20. Like I don't know. That's how I see it. And I like flipping back through photos, like nostalgia and stuff. One day in the future, I would love to be able to hand my kids a physical copy and they could be like, oh, this is what you looked like back then, blah, blah, blah. And like, also, I picked out like pictures from like big family events and stuff like that, like, oh, my graduation last year. But also, I picked out pictures from like everyday things too, just because I feel like that's cool to have a representation of what I was really doing at this period in my life. I actually went through my BeReal memories. I don't really do BeReal anymore, but last year I did. So there's a bunch of pictures of like me and Michael, like, oh, we found Prime, or you know, we're hanging out by the pool. These are just like everyday pictures, but I think they're fun. And then like in the future I can be like, oh look, this is me and your Uncle Michael. Oh my god. And then they can be like, what's Prime? What's Prime? I'm like, well, have you ever heard of Logan Paul? Back in the day, I was actually a Jake Pauler. Actually, no, I was not really a Jake Pauler. I was an Erica Costello, okay? And because of that, that meant I watched Jake Paul's vlogs more than I did Logan's. I have so much Erica Costello merch. Anyway, that's a total like side rant. I also included like pictures from when we went to see Five Nights at Freddy's, and they'll be like, Five Nights at Freddy's, what is that? And then I'll explain to them the whole lore, and I will show them the game theory map hat video and have them watch that and really get educated about Five Nights at Freddy's.
Some people say that, but you know, it's just a theory.
So basically what I'm saying is I'm encouraging the use of not only like big event pictures, but also everyday event pictures, you know? The photo album that I picked for this was from Amazon. It was like $10 and it holds like 500 photos or something. And I picked it because it looks kind of like vintage, but also the color was reminding me of Panic at the Disco, A Fever You Can't Sweat Out. Are you seeing a theme? Are you seeing a theme? This is the kind of mindset I'm in these days. Currently, I have 3 photo albums that I have made for myself starting at the end of high school and then the last couple of years. But the one I'm making today is from the beginning of 2023 until present day. It's been a while since I made one, so that's why I wanted to do this. Also, like the other thing about me with like the photo album thing, also my channel and like videos, I love being able to look back on stuff, like looking back on photos and looking back on videos. I love that I have a channel. I can go back a couple of years and be like, oh, this is what it was like. Obviously, if you want to see more on that, check out my 2024 is the new 2014 video. Oh my god, it's one of my favorites I've ever made. It's a pretty good representation of this. But yeah, like I'm kind of like, gonna be honest, like I'm kind of a sucker for nostalgia. I get nostalgic about things and I don't know if that's a good thing or not. But there's nothing wrong with having some documentation and being able to look back on photos and videos. But what I'm getting at is I'm really into that, and that's why I like to do photo albums and such. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Comment down below if you're gonna do any of these things. Have an amazing day. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!